So that is 56.1. Let's get my Sophie. That's my starting weight. What is going on, and welcome back to another video. Now today's video is very special because it is the first episode in my new Summer Shred series. Now I know that some of you may be like, Sophie, maybe you should have done this in like May when it was like the start of summer, but actually I am happy that I am kicking this off in August because I don't know about you, but I have been to barbecues, I've been out for a lot of drinks, I've eaten too much ice cream over the summer, and that is because it's been so gorgeous weather. We've been really lucky in the UK, and I know a lot of Europe have seen the same heat wave conditions. It has been a social summer as well, a time where we're like, the sun is shining, we need to make the most of it. And sometimes, and I was listening to a podcast the other day, it has been quite detrimental on people's diets. So whether you're going away for your summer holidays in September like I am, or it's like August now and you've been a little bit treating yourself over the summer and think, I want some tips to tighten up, this series is for you. It's going to be my tips and tricks, and to follow me along the way and just see what I do to tighten up. This series is going to be slightly different than maybe other diet series because I am like a regular person now. Not that I wasn't before, but I mean when I did prep shows, it is different kind of dieting. It is eating out of a Tupperware box, it's not socialising at all, and if you watch my previous videos recently, you'll know that that isn't the life I lead anymore. I am not going to say to you, I can still go out and do whatever I want to do and lose weight, because that isn't going to happen. I am not going to tell you you don't need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight, because you do. That is scientifically proven. So in this first episode, guys, I am going to give you my tips for starting a diet and how you kind of keep that diet rolling with having a social life as well. So let's get on with the video. My tip number one is to get a plan, whether that's hiring a coach or to actually get a set plan yourself. Look online at different plans. A plan allows you to know what you're doing, to focus your mind. So I have a plan from my coach Harry. What I do with Harry knows I like to go out for social occasions, and so I think what is really good and what really changed my approach to tracking macros is tracking throughout the week. So going off my weekly data sheet. So he gives me a sheet, and so I have my set amount of macros each day, but if I go over on certain days or under on certain days, it doesn't matter too much as long as the weekly calories and macros are in line with each other. My tip number two is know what kind of person you are and know when to say yes and when you have to say no. You cannot do everything that you want to do and then expect to be where you want to be in the end. Dieting is hard, being in a deficit is quite hard, so you can't go out all the time, have loads and loads of gins and then be confused why at the end of the week that you weigh the same or weigh more. You can still obviously do stuff, but if you are the type of person that will be like, I am gonna have the full cake rather than a little bit of cake, maybe you shouldn't have any cake at all at this moment in time. And I'm on a little bit of a cut. I really like to keep my steps high, so I kind of aim for 10,000 steps a day, but on a cut I will try and aim for about 15,000 and maybe do a little bit of steady state cardio after I work out. So I will try and do a weight training session a day or an F45 session a day and get that routine. For example, I haven't been to F45 in 2 weeks. Like, I've been training and doing all the things like that, but for some reason now it's like an excuse for me, like it's quite far to travel. So it's like, I know that I love it when I'm there, but it's getting out of that routine, and I think being in that routine is key to sustaining that consistency. I'm going a little bit back to point number 2 in knowing that you need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. Now actually food and drinks and everything like that, little snacks, they add up. So for example, I love going to Starbucks. It's in my daily routine. It's where I do work on my laptop. It's where I can focus for a few hours. And often I have 2 decaf coffees or 1 decaf coffee and have some hot oat milk in it. But I have hot oat milk, and this is like a little diet hack for you because it goes all creamy and almost like cappuccino-y without all the milk. But for example, if you had a Starbucks cappuccino, that will push you over 100 calories, and maybe if you've not tracked that in your MyFitnessPal or whatever app you want to track it in, you have 2 of those a day. That's 200 calories that you kind of weren't aware of, you didn't track, you didn't really know about it. So it's about being mindful of what you're doing and being honest with yourselves. If you are on a set amount of calories and you're going over by 100, 200 calories a day, that may affect your weekly progress. Leading on to, if you are going out, bring snacks. I know in London it takes me a hell of a lot of time to get round anything. Sometimes I'm like called up and I have to go somewhere else, and before I know it, I've been out for hours and hours on end and I'm like, I'm really hungry right now. So what I tend to do, I tend to bring like a snackable thing. I love egg whites at the moment. I know that's really weird, but I hard boil a ton of eggs and put them in my bag, the same as nuts, the same as like the odd protein bar here and there, and it just kind of ties you over to your next meal. So we've talked about my oat milk Americano being a bit of a diet hack, because in the morning I still tend to do slight intermittent fasting because I know that if I wait to start eating, then it gives me more food throughout the day. And to be honest, once I have like 2 coffees, one being a decaf coffee with some hot oat milk, which I do track in MyFitnessPal, I know that that will keep me kind of satisfied whilst I'm working, and it keeps me more productive. So just maybe even cook a load of roasted veggies, bulk out your salads with like lots of like greens, like loads and loads of lettuce in every meal, and think of different ways and like low calorie foods that are going to keep you satisfied. For example, I love Greek yogurt and berries. I know that that's a little sweet treat to just tie me over. If you just survived off beige and protein, it might not, one, satisfy you and keep you full for longer. So make sure also, guys, the satisfaction levels are high. If you just eat, from my experience, bland food, that is when you're going to crave more and be tempted to binge on things. My last little point, and this is something that may be like a bit tough talking, but it is so true, that if you have chosen to do this, this is what you want to do. I want to get to this stage in this amount of time. I know what I need to do to get there. So if you complain all the time, if you make excuses in your own head, and if you're just kind of moody and grouchy to other people and like blame it on them, blame it on other people all the way through, and this is kind of just like a life talk as well and what I've learned, it really does not get you anywhere. So I am going to leave my video there for today, guys, my episode 1 of this Summer Shreds series. So on Wednesday's video, I am going to bring you a what I eat in the day video, and I hope nearly every video I'm going to do a weight and physique update for you guys to see how I'm changing. So I really hope you found this useful, and I really know that you're going to take so much value out of this series. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now. I would love it if you joined our little family, and for those of you who have already subscribed, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and I will see you on Wednesday.